Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining me on this very program. It's going to be a very quick one. I'm not going to take much of your time. Thank you for joining. As you join us on the platform, please like and share to other platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to your neighbors. Everyone that is close to you, share to them so that they can be able to get the information. Don't keep the message to yourself. Invite somebody as you join. Remember, in this platform, what we do is to bring information to your doorstep. We speak about the issues of Biafra. We don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We speak about the freedom of our people. And we encourage our people to stand firm and continue to pursue their self-determination, which is one of the most important things for us today. I welcome every one of you. Fellow Biafran, there is a project before us that we must all focus on. That is the restoration of Biafra. And you see that our Prime Minister have announced a sit at home. Every one of us know why that sit at home was called. The sit at home was because of the critical health condition of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandika. After our Prime Minister made that call, the Nigerian government, as always, they play their game. And you know, they are very deceitful. Very, very deceitful. When our Prime Minister came out and made that call of sit at home that is going to last for 4 days, they quickly allow the doctor to see Mazen Nandeka. But the doctor also confirmed that Mazen Nandeka is critically ill and must be taken to the hospital. What they are expecting is for us to call off the sit at home. But I bet you they have made their march. The man that is piloting the affair of Biafra today is unstoppable. And you can't deceive him with your wishy-washy blackmail propaganda and strategies. You can't deceive him. We have known Nigerian government to be very, very deceitful and crooked. Very crooked in all their actions. That is why we don't trust them. Neither do we listen to them. And as we speak, in that crooked manner, they quickly brought a doctor and allowed the doctor to see Mazen Nandeka. But I bet you, we are not going to stop. Mazen Nandeka's life must not be used as a gamble. We cannot allow them to use Mazen Nandeka's life as a bet to stop us. The only reason they allow the doctor to go there is because they saw that the Biafrans are woken. They know that the Biafrans will listen to the command of our Prime Minister, and they know what is coming. In order to stop us, what did they do? They allow the doctor to go and see him, thinking that maybe when they allow the doctor to see him, then we will change our mind. But I bet you we will not change our mind. We will not change. Instead of us changing, we will tighten it up more. That is exactly what is going to happen. And our Prime Minister has given the order. He said, we are not going to stop. It does not matter what they say. It does not matter what you hear. The sit at home continues. The sit at home continues. And the sit at home is going to be held 29th of this month, 30th of this month, and the 31st of this month. Then 2nd of August. On that sit at home, on the 29th of this month, every government offices in Biafran territory will be locked down. Every secretariat, every official offices of the zoo in Biafran territory will be totally locked down. On the 30th, the same thing. It will be totally locked down under lock and key. 31st, all the offices of the zoo will be totally and absolutely locked down. This is the instruction that has been given by our Prime Minister through the agreement of all Biafrans. And as we know, the Biafran government already has the mandate of the people to secure the land, and the order has been given, must be obeyed. Wherever you are in Biafran territory, or if you are living abroad, you have a family member in that contraption who is working under the government. Wherever you are, in any ministry at all that belong to that zoo in Biafran territory, you don't have to be in your work on 29th, 30th, and 31st. Don't say you were not warned. Of course, they are going to try by all means to blackmail you into coming out so that they can use you as a propaganda against Biafran people. But you must know that if they succeed in blackmailing you and you give yourself in, it's not going to stop the agitation. It's not going to stop the restoration of Biafra. So the only thing you have to do today is to protect yourself. Listen to instruction and obey it. That is the only way forward for all of us. If you refuse to listen to the voice of reason, you will have yourself to blame. The same people that are going to trick you and ask you to come out, they are going to be the same people to take you down. They have done it before, and they're going to do it again. The strategies and system of this government is known, it's not hidden. The only problem is that some of us are very ignorant and some of us are stubborn. But I bet you this is not the time to be stubborn. For the stubborn flies follows the corpse to the grave. Be warned. This sit at home is going to be held and will never ever stop. We can't fall to their deception. They just called it off. They just called off, they allowed the doctors to see Mazen Nandekano because of this. And you know their strategy. They know very well what we can do. When they saw our Prime Minister announce special madness sit at home, they know what is going to come out of it. And they went quickly and they began to do their homework. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abema, do not fall to their gimmicks. Do not fall to their tricks. Do not fall to their propaganda and blackmail. You must have to focus. Focus on that which is what you are looking for, the freedom. They are using the name of they are using our Supreme Mazen Nandekano to play gamble. We cannot allow this, not anymore. We must not allow this. It will be a very shameful thing for us to watch them gamble with the name of Mazen Nandekano. It will be a very shameful thing. Very, very shameful. And we will not allow it. They have been doing this for a very long time. And they want to do it again. You have now seen that there has never been any plan anywhere to free Mazen Nandekano. I warned you initially and I said, we must be careful. Whenever you see these political elites and Yohannes Ndoji and IPOB Nigeria speaking in one voice, you saw the enemies of Mazen Nandekano coming out to ask for his release. When you hear words coming from some criminals that call themselves governors, ministers, lawmakers, these people are not of good. Something is going to happen. Whenever you see them speaking in unity, they are having an evil plan. Now you can understand that they have never ever had a plan to release Mazen Nandekano. If they had so, there is no way they will try to bar the doctor of Mazen Nandekano from seeing him. Only when our Prime Minister have risen up and the Biafran people declare they sit at home, then they changed it and they allowed the doctor to go and see him. But I want to ask you as a Biafran, does Mazen Nandekano has any business with DSS? In the very first place, he's not supposed to be in DSS. Mazen Nandekano is not supposed to be anywhere in the DSS. He has no place there. This is a man whom their own court have said, free him and let him go. The court of the zoo have said, free him. But they continue to hold him against his will. They continue to hold him. He has not committed any crime. In this same zoological republic, we have seen them release criminals to go for checkup. We have seen them release people who are convicted. We have seen them release members of Boko Haram that have taken innocent lives. We have seen them release them. But in the case of Mazen Nandekano, a man who is only asking for his legitimate right, self-determination, which is supported by international law, and yet they do not want to let go of him. My fellow Biafrans, we must not fall into their gimmicks. We must not fall into their games. When you hear them retreat from their actions, it is not for good. They only want you to calm down, so that later they will tell you, after all, they have allowed the doctor to see him. Why are you now sitting at home? They have allowed doctor to see him. Why are you sitting at home? But let me tell you, what business has Mazen Nandekano got in the DSS? And doctor seeing him, is that going to solve the problem? The doctor has confirmed that his condition is critical, that he must have to go for treatment. So why are they still keeping him? Fellow Biafrans, this is the time for us to intensify in every single thing we are doing. We must increase the force. This is not the time to reduce it. If anybody that is telling you to calm down, that person should be one of the enemies you should avoid. Anybody that tells you to calm down at this particular point in time should be treated as an enemy, and we must not listen to such an idiot. My fellow Biafran that are watching, any place you're watching from, this is the time to wake up. We must rise up to the occasion. It is now or never. Our freedom is in our hands. It's either we get it or we lose it forever. This is the time. There is no going back. And I believe that the Biafran people know their leader and they hear his voice. The Prime Minister have spoken that the seat at home will hold 29th of this month, 30th and the 31st of this month. Then on the 2nd of August will be a total lockdown in Biafran territory. Everyone will get involved. But on the 29th, 30th and 31st, every offices of the zoo will be locked up. Every offices will be locked up. All the offices of the Zoological Republic will be locked up, under lockdown. If you are working in any of those offices, prepare yourself, you have no business in that office that day. And I want to let you know that these criminals that call themselves politicians don't mean well for you, neither for me. That is why we must not have mercy on them. We must not have any mercy on them. As we speak, every one of you have seen their press release, the announcement that is coming from the criminals themselves. Somebody like Hope Uzodinma and the other one, the Devil Omahi. How can these two people ever think of something good for you? You know that our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, have announced long before now that we will not engage in any street protest against the Zoological Republic government. Because we know that they use the street protest to take the life of Biafrans. That it is always a setup. Whenever we come, they unleash mayhem and people lose their life. And right from the time of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano, he cancelled every protest on the street. Today, our protest is on a different level. And it is unstoppable. We cannot stop. So when you see these governors come out and say that the Southeast will not protest against Tinubu government, don't listen to them. They are talking rubbish. What we said, street protest. Street protest. Our protest remains the way it is. We have been protesting even before the idiot came to power. We have been protesting and we will continue to protest until we walk out of the zoo. It does not matter who takes charge. We will continue to protest. Anything that has to do with Nigeria, that has a tag of Nigeria in it, we are not part of it. The sit at home we are carrying on every Monday is a protest. It started before he came to power and it will continue until we leave the zoo. And also, We are stepping up the protest. That is why we are having the 4 days protest. In the 4 days protest, it's going to be a very, very, very different one. A different ball game. In that 4 days protest, every single one of us have to participate. That is tightening it more. We will tighten it. There is no point losing it. If anybody is advising you to loosen it up, that should be your first enemy. We are hitting them really, really hard, and we will continue to hit them until we bring this government out of the way and Biafrans regain their freedom. What we are doing today is not personal. We are not attacking any religion. Neither are we attacking any race. We are not attacking anybody as an individual. But we are going against the instruments of oppression against the Biafran people. Every instrument of oppression in the guise of human being. If you make yourself a willing tool, we will be against you and you will go down. If you make yourself a willing tool, we will definitely bring you down. Remember, it is Biafra first. It is Biafra or Biafra. There is nothing that can be used to replace our request. No compensation, no arrangements, nothing, no agreement whatsoever, no sitting on the table with any idiot. We have made it very, very, very clear that it is either Biafra or nothing, and that is where we stand. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, I urge every one of us today to hold strong onto that which matters to us. Hold strong onto our direction for freedom, because we will definitely be free. The time for us to tighten the belt is now. This is not the time to retreat. It is not the time to look onto some areas that are irrelevant. This is the time that we must hang on to that which is right. Hold strong to our faith, and I bet you we will definitely be free. For their protest that they're holding in the zoo, we are not going to join them in any street process. We have our own means of protesting, and we will continue to hold our own direction, our own means of protest that we have devised. We will continue to hold on to it until we are free. No amount of propaganda or blackmail will stop it. No amount of distraction will stop it. We have signed up for our freedom, and we shall be free. My fellow Biafrans, don't get yourself involved in the street. It is for your own safety. If you come out, they are going to use you and they will dump you. And the most part of it is that you are not going to live to tell the story. They have done it before, and they are going to do it again and again. If you think you can outsmart them, go and gamble yourself, and you'll regret your life. I bet you, every one of you that thinks that maybe you are too smart, you think that your hunger is so much that you cannot control, that they will buy you over. Go and commit yourself to their hand, and you will regret you did. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching this program from today, I call on you to please stand firm and stand strong. We are getting to the end of the tunnel. The end is already here. Stay strong. Fight more, just some few more months. The final declaration we made, and we will defend our territory. What you have to be thinking today is how to support the Biafra Republic, how to support the Biafran Defense Force. Support them financially, get their equipment, and the Biafra land will be defended. As for the sit at home, it is unstoppable. Prepare yourself for the coming sit at home. On the 29th of this month, 30th of this month, and 31st, all government offices in Biafran territory locked down completely. Total lockdown. And on August 7, the whole of Biafra land will be totally locked down. Prepare yourself. If you are working in any government office, don't allow them to push you to your death. Don't allow them to push you to your death. Do not allow them to push you to your death. Don't say you are not warned. It is a warning, and I hope you will listen. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every Biafrans across the world, wherever you are. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of this program. And may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect. Biafra government, peace, unity, progress, and equity. We move. Airborne. Stay blessed.